In the heart of Africa, where the sun dipped into the horizon and painted the sky with hues of crimson and gold, there lay a small village. The villagers lived in harmony with nature, their days filled with the sweet songs of birds and the gentle rustling of leaves. The village was called Kokorantumi, and it was home to people who were warm, hospitable, and deeply rooted in their cultural heritage. They lived simple lives, farming the land, hunting in the forest, and relying on the rains to bring forth the crops. But one year, the rains failed to come. The skies were clear, the sun beat down relentlessly, and the land grew dry and cracked. The crops began to wither away, and the villagers were faced with the very real possibility of famine. The villagers were worried and didn't know what to do. They had tried everything to bring rain to their land, from performing elaborate rituals to offering sacrifices to the gods. But nothing seemed to work. One day, a young boy named Kofi decided to go into the forest to search for a solution to the village's problems. Kofi was a curious and adventurous boy, with a heart full of wonder and a mind full of questions. As he walked deeper into the forest, the trees grew taller, and the path grew narrower. Kofi heard the chirping of birds, the rustling of leaves, and the distant roar of a waterfall. He felt the cool mist of the forest on his skin and the soft earth beneath his feet. After a while, Kofi stumbled upon a hidden clearing. And there, in the center of the clearing, stood an enormous tree with a glowing drum nestled in its branches. The drum was unlike any Kofi had ever seen before. It was adorned with intricate carvings and symbols that seemed to shimmer and glow in the fading light. Kofi was amazed and curious. He had never seen a drum like this before. He approached the tree slowly, feeling the energy of the drum emanating from it. As he reached out to touch the drum, he felt a sudden surge of power flow through his body. The drum began to glow even brighter, and Kofi felt an overwhelming urge to play it. He sat down at the base of the tree, placed his hands on the drum, and began to play. The sound of the drum was like nothing Kofi had ever heard before. It was deep, rich, and full of life. As Kofi played the drum, the sky above him began to darken. Clouds gathered, and the wind started to pick up. The villagers, who had been watching from a distance, felt a sudden drop in temperature. They looked up to see the clouds gathering, and they knew that something special was happening. The moment Kofi started playing the drum, the rains came pouring down. The villagers cheered, danced, and sang, thanking Kofi and the magic drum for bringing life back to their land. The rains continued to fall for days, soaking the dry earth and reviving the withered crops. The villagers rejoiced, knowing that their lives would never be the same again. From that day on, Kofi was known as the drummer boy, and his music was celebrated throughout the land. The magic drum became a symbol of hope, and its power was passed down from generation to generation. The villagers never forgot the day Kofi played the magic drum, bringing life-giving rains to their parched land. And as they looked up at the sky, they knew that they would always cherish the memory of the drummer boy and his magical drum.